So I was sent this article the other day, posted on Yahoo News via the Grio. It was about the hit song from the group Destiny's Child that was released 17 years ago in 2004. The name of the song is called Cater to You. Do y'all remember that one? I was in high school when this song was released, but I vividly remember when it came out. I can recall the music video, and how could I ever forget that now classic performance? Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, and Michelle Williams at the BET Awards. It was certainly entertaining. That moment goes down as one of the most viral moments of BET Award show history. Well, fast forward to June 2021. The modern woman, she isn't so happy about the lyrics in this song, and they are outright offended now. Let's get into this article, shall we? So the title of this article, Black Twitter comes for Destiny's Child's Cater to You 17 years after release. A tweet went viral and evolved into a thread of other users unpacking all the things they believe to be problematic about the Destiny Child's lyrics. Destiny's Child is one of the most successful girl groups of all time, but recently fans took issue with one of their biggest hits, which they say has a message that hasn't aged well with modern times. The critique kicked off on Saturday, June 5th, when a Twitter user with the screen name The Baddest Mitch posted, "Me listening to Cater to You," along with the meme of the reality star Erica Dixon making a skeptical facial expression. Side note, they're talking about things not aging well with modern times. I would like to add that our marriage rates and divorce rates also didn't age well with times, right? Nor did the level and degree of mental anxiety, stress, and personality disorders amongst our women. I'm just saying, but let's continue. So here's the tweet from The Baddest Mitch. She's a comedian and she's on a podcast. She was listening to Cater to You. She didn't like it, so she posted this meme of Erica Dixon. Getting back into the article, they say soon the tweet went viral with over 20,000 retweets and almost 100,000 likes, and evolved into a thread of other users unpacking all the things they believe to be problematic about the lyrics. For those who need a refresher on what Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle are saying in the 2004 hit, it starts off with, "Baby, I see you working hard. I want to let you know I'm proud. Let you know that I admire what you do. The more if I need to reassure you, my life will be purposeless without you. If I want it, got it. When I ask you, you provide it." That was Beyonce's first verse. And so this comedian went on to say, "Beyonce lost me in the first verse when she said my life will be purposeless without you." Then she followed later with, "I'll brush your hair, put your do-rag on." And that's when she tried to be a little funny and add in some comedic relief, I believe, by saying, "Do you know how particular black men are about their do-rag tying technique? It's too much." So she said a little bit of her true feelings, which is that she has an issue with a woman saying that her purpose for living would be her man. She immediately tries to make people laugh by talking about do-rag skills and techniques and BS. And then the person who wrote this article, they said, to her point, talking about the comedian, "There is a part of the song that does seem to take catering to your partner into the dangerous territory of giving up your free agency," in which the young ladies sing. And then they added these lyrics, "When you come home late, tap me on my shoulder, I'll roll over. Baby, I heard you, I'm here to serve you. If it's love you need, to give it is my joy. All I want to do is cater to you, boy." By the way, ladies out there, don't be calling your man no boy. But anywho, the person who wrote this article, they seem to be bothered about the serving you part of the lyrics. And I believe that was Kelly's verse too, that part. They went on to write in this article, "It appears this isn't the first time the outdated message in this song has raised brows, because back in 2018, Destiny's Child member Michelle Williams even took to social media to admit that she herself was struck by the unrealistic lyrics when she heard it unexpectedly playing while having a meal with her former fiance, Chad Johnson." Two things about that, by the way. What was unrealistic about that song? And two, did you notice they say former fiance? Michelle Williams, she's never been married. But they shared this old Instagram message from Michelle Williams back in 2018. She said, "Sitting in a restaurant with Chad Johnson," that's her ex, "and Cater to You comes on. And I made this face." It's an emoji of her rolling her eyes because he's waiting on the first and second verse to be fulfilled one day. Another eye rolling emoji. I wrote my verse about empowering and uplifting the man. I wish you would tap me on my shoulder while I'm asleep. That was Kelly's promise, not mine. So basically, Michelle was saying that her then fiance, he was waiting on her to get down with verse number 1 and verse number 2 because she wasn't supportive of those verses and she didn't believe in those verses. Verse number 1 was Beyonce's verse and verse number 2 was Kelly's verse. Just to put up these verses side by side. And so those are the two verses that Michelle Williams, she's talking about, saying, I'm not fulfilling those verses. I'm assuming she's saying she won't fulfill those until she's married or whatever. And she immediately made sure that she separated herself from those lyrics that Beyonce and Kelly performed. So, by the way, Chad Johnson, that's the white guy that Michelle Williams was engaged to. They did a reality show together, and I watched a few episodes of them and instantly knew it wouldn't work. You see, Michelle thought he was just going to simp it up for her and let her control everything. He was talking about submission, bringing up the Bible, and she was like, no, we're supposed to submit to each other. You know, the modern feminist talking point. And I'm sure as soon as Chad heard that, he was looking at Miss Michelle different. Chad, he decided to drop this Chicago girl back off to the streets. No wedding, no nothing. Chad was like, I don't have time to be fighting with Shaquanda and him. Maybe I'll just go back to Becky. And I support him too 100% in that decision. You see, Beyonce and Kelly, they not ever trying to go back into the streets. Kelly, she was having some issues with her beta. I think he's a beta. A little over a year ago. She got tired of paying all the bills or money was looking funny. But then she also realized, well, I chose him and we already got this boy together. We might as well hold the family together and have another one. So Kelly, she's not going anywhere, absolutely nowhere. And then you have Beyonce. Beyonce made all those songs about being this fierce modern woman, but when she's off stage, she's nothing like that in real life. And she's going absolutely nowhere, just like Kelly. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they've been together for over 20 years. And now they have 3 whole babies. I just don't see it. There's just no way that she's ever going anywhere. Although she tries to come off as this modern woman sometimes in front of her fans. Beyonce is a pretty traditional woman. I'm talking about off stage. She got married first and then she spit out all those kids. Jay-Z even cheated and she was like, nope, I'm not going back into these streets. Instead, she got her sister to smack him up on the elevator and then made an album to appease her fans so she didn't look weak for accepting Jay back. By the way, I don't think we will ever forget that elevator incident. Like, how do you come back and be cool with your sister-in-law after an event like that? I'm just saying. I don't know how they do it, but they hold it all together and they're all still family. And they usually keep their mouths closed when it comes to their business. They're not usually out here in these streets. I brought this up on the community tab and we had a discussion here. Shout out to V-Axis who said they find it insulting because to them, catering to a man is implying that she's only a property without any value in the absence of a man. Essentially, they believe that the message is to enforce women to become slaves under their husbands. By the way, if you ever hear any woman talking about serving a man or she's slaving for a man or slaving in the kitchen, just understand that's not the one. Shout out to Alan. He basically mentioned that even the thought of a woman serving a man that's beneath them, he says they claim they want husbands but have habits and actions that literally repel men from them. And that part I wanted to highlight is so true. That's why I have cautionary tales on here like a Coach Stormy Wellington to be able to show the women the behavior, the mindset, and the energy they're giving off that's keeping them single. Shout out to Marcus. He mentioned that they've been told to think like a man, to be cold, calculating. I think about Steve Harvey's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Most modern women literally think they are men. They try to play this game with men by acting like one instead of just surrendering and stop fighting against their feminine nature. So SV says modern women think that the role of the submissive cooperative wife is outdated. However, the lead singer of the Cater to You song is married to a billionaire, and when she's in the presence of her husband, she appears to embody the characteristics of the submissive wife. And here's the last comment I'll share. Shout out to DKS2. They don't want to cater to their man, but they will cater to what people say on Twitter as if it's gospel. At least they say it out loud so real men know who not to deal with. This is also true. These modern women, they rather cater to strangers on the internet or cater to their fake so-called friends than to be a helpmeet to a man. This stuff is just twisted these days, very twisted. Want to see more content like this? Support this channel, hit up the Cash App, link in the description. Ladies, fellas, want to hear a balanced analysis on topics like this from a female perspective? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when a new video drops, and don't forget to like and share.